Hello, hello. How you all doing today? Hello, Skillful Factor. How are you doing? And hello, Blah, and Asitsu and Albert. How are you all doing today? How's your weekends? Hopefully things are going good. The weather here has cleared up rather nicely. We're no longer in the negatives, even in Fahrenheit. That's quite cold. So now it's just a normal, like slightly above freezing, which is excellent. Oh yeah, and I have a Zilby here. What do I think about using real name of brand names? What do you mean? Like if you were to build a product, then use your real name for like branding that and selling it? There's pros and cons to it. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to get Zilby here, because he is, as always, facing away from the camera. All right, let me turn it on. You can see it. All right. Well, he'll decide to turn around or lie down eventually. Oh, for a YouTube name, channel name. So there's a bunch of considerations for that. So I chose Brooks Builds, that is branded to me, but then I'm not going to name the LMS that I have is right now just called Learning, which is like Learning by Brooks Builds essentially, which then means that if ever there was a point where I wanted to / needed to / gave it away / like give it to somebody else, that the LMS could be given away. Brooks Builds can't really do that, can I? Because like unless they're going to change their name, it's then no longer going to be me. So that's going to be the consideration, is like, is there a plan to exit / sell the channel itself, and consider that from a business perspective. Hungry Bear Div, how are you doing today? Hello. What are you playing with? I can hear something sliding around. Oh, it's a YouTube. It's a USB A to C converter. Little dongle. That works. What if you never sell it? So if you never sell it, then the branding can be really, really good. So generally speaking, with YouTube and with Twitch and with many of the other social media groups, there's entities, influencers, however we want to sort of name it. We as the individuals who are doing it are essentially a big part of the brand. And so if you're never going to sell it, then yeah, name is pretty big, can be pretty big on that. The other thing to sort of consider though is, are you concerned about people knowing your name? There's a lot of people who don't want their names to be known for one reason or another, sometimes really good ones, and in that case you would need to then not use your name. So considerations all around. And of course, you can always rebrand later. Many companies and influencers, I would guess, have done that in the past. You love this song? What is this song? I don't have right now the ability to share out. So I've never really liked the way that Pretzel puts things. Concerto Minor, that's what it is. It tries to put things in chat, which is great, except it's so much. Like there's so many, like it's too slow, too short. So it happens too often. I would love if there was a way for me to have like a little name pop up. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly how I'd want to do that. I don't see anything from them that will let me like share what the name is. But I can do this. Wait, no, hold on, that gets me to the wrong one. Hold on, give me a second. No, no, that's my channel. I want to go to dashboard. Live. Okay. And now I can paste that. There you go. There is a link to that song. There you go. There is a link to that song. Marquette Brownlee uses his real name now, though. Well, yeah. So like, you can change it. Like, the rebranding, companies, individuals have rebranded. It's you always lose some people when you rebrand, but if it's for a good enough reason, it's painful, but it's not that bad. I am terrible at identifying. Why rebrand? The biggest reason for a rebrand is because you have run into a ceiling, like a glass ceiling, where you can't get any further with the current brand that you have. And you can reach a wider audience, people will trust you more, people will believe in you. You hear an echo, like a second late. I kind of have been hearing that too, but really dull. Okay, I have a bunch of windows open that have... Oh. Haha. Okay, when I opened up, so I have, most of you know I have a two computer setup for this. So I have my Windows computer and I have my my Mac computer that do all the work on. I guess like right now we can do big me, but I don't, hold on, hanging out. That doesn't work at all. Main cam, hey, there we go. I don't have a cat cam on this one. We should add a cat cam in. So hey, when I'm hanging out with it like this, I'm not really using the Mac computer. I'm using the Windows to go around, and Pretzel's on the Windows computer. So when you're asking for the link, I was like, ooh, how am I going to copy this into Twitch chat? So I opened up my preview on the Windows computer, and of course it didn't mute the stream there for some reason. So I was getting the 1 second delay from watching my own VOD on the computer that also has the music going out, and so it's listening to the audio going out. So that's fun. And now I'm actually watching myself. I have 3 monitors that have me on them. That's fun. Okay, view capture device, cat. Ooh, that's even better than me. Here, we'll go. You know what? We'll go cat big for me, and then we'll put me above cat, and we'll shrink me down because nobody cares about me, and there, I'll be hanging out next to Zilby. That works, right? It's not confusing. You were operating a few brands, and one of them got bigger than the rest, so you moved them into one umbrella into the more popular one. Yes, that is very, very, very common. So one thing that we can do, also, Blah, I love that you are posting those into both chats. So one of the things that we can consider. Oh, if you're in front of a camera, it's good to have a real name, related name. If your content is without a face on camera, real name is less important. Yes, that's also very true, Crossbow. Also, another thing, are you planning on having multiple people in front of the camera, not just one person? So like for me, Brooks Builds, it's just me. Now, if I were to invite other people to start coming in, they would be guests of Brooks Builds. But if I wanted them to be main characters, as it were, alongside with me, then it would have to now be we'd have to change the name. So it would now probably be, We Build, or, Brooks and Friends Builds, or something like that. Like, it doesn't have to be a big brand change, but it have to be some kind of brand change. Yeah, the Linus text tech tips. Yeah, didn't he announce that he was going to be stepping away from camera work? That's the reason why, because it's now just going to be something else. Tech tips. Yeah, and from what I understand, he's not retiring from the company. He's retiring from being the main star on the channel. But he's still essentially CEO. He's still like running the company, but he no longer has time to be on the show, which is kind of a funny thing to think about. Is that like eventually that kind of thing can happen if you want to become a big enough business. I am not planning, so I have no plans on building Brooks Builds up to the point where I need to hire other stars of the show. I might, and I would love to like hire, people to help out, like, there'll probably be contractors to, design emotes, to, help out with labeling and doing video edits and things like that, but not necessarily to like be like co-stars of it. More cats. I don't have more cats, unfortunately. I do want to eventually buy another cat. Get another cat, give Zilby a sibling would be amazing. I would love that. He's not running things day-to-day wise. Oh, well, that's even better. That's even better. All right, so everybody, welcome. Happy Monday. We're going to be continuing. Let's jump back into here. We are going to be continuing. Is the cat running yours? The cat running? Also, Captain Jeb. Hello. How are you doing today? This cat is Zilby. He is my cat. We also call him the stream cat because he hangs out with us on stream a lot, mostly because I've been playing with him a lot more and trying to make sure that he likes me enough to hang out with me. For example, I couldn't find him today. I was gonna bring him down to the stream, and then I found out that he was already here waiting for me. So that's that is a positive. He wants to hang out with all of us. I think the real star here is the cat. You need to change the channel name. Nobody's here to see Code Really. Zilby builds, maybe? Yeah, but it's true. Nobody is here to see me. Everybody's here to see. I should probably replace it and have Zilby be big and then Code be like a little tiny window that like you can't even like see, because nobody cares. I think being within an arm's reach is obvious cat win. Yeah. Absolutely. All right, so we are continuing on with the Build Your Own Git challenge from CodeCrafters. They did click the branded stream because this is a partnered stream with CodeCrafters. So they gave me free access to everything here. So it's a VIP lifetime account, something like that. Membership, and if you enjoy this and you sort of like want to go and play around with this, I do have links in the YouTube description, and then as well as I have a Twitch chat command, CodeCrafters, which then gives you a link there. Let's see, I also successfully yesterday published this to GitHub. So if we go to my GitHub, it is CodeCrafters Git Rust. And here is the link to that in the case you want to see all of this code that we've written. Now, we're on the very last stage of this, but it's pretty rough. So ironically, the hardest part about this isn't the code. The hardest part is discovering what it is that we're trying to do, how to get the commit information. So we need to clone a repo from GitHub. It's actually, the repo is a a public repo, so we can use the HTTPS protocol for that. And we need to figure out how we're supposed to get that. They're using the Git. They actually have instructions for us. The AI guide is not really all that helpful. And there's some write-ups that I think are kind of interesting. The problem is getting the information. So we need to figure out how to basically do a query and then get what is happening. All right. I was super confused. I kept on thinking like, oh man, blah, and everybody else, you're also on YouTube. I had opened up Twitch chat by accident up instead of YouTube chat on my other monitor. That's fun. I hope that's not an indication of how today is going to go. All right. Also, oh, we had 2 pet the cats, so we can definitely pet Zilby. I pet him kind of a little bit, but I didn't pet him enough. He does like facing away from the camera constantly, but he knows. He knows that people want to look at him in the face and see him. Sylvie, you want to look here? All right, that'll have to be good for right now. A bit shy, yeah. Shoot thems. Hello. For some reason, I thought that was gonna be shoot thems, but that doesn't make any sense. How are you doing today? Okay, so first off, what we discovered. If we open up, was it Rapid API that we're using these days? Or was it Insomnia? Oh, it might be Insomnia. I don't think I kept it on any of these. This is like all from the Docker course. Okay. Chilling after work? Nice. I don't trust you. It's gonna try to update, and then everything's gonna break, and it's gonna be terrible. Okay, so if I want to manually implement, now they actually show in our instructions. Okay, we need to use get smart HTTP transfer protocol. Okay, so we're gonna go to here. So URLs for Git repositories accessed by HTTP use the standard HTTP URL syntax. Within this documentation, the placeholder Git URL will stand for repository URL entered by the end user. Okay, so if we take this, now we got a little bit of this previously. Now we want to go to okay, so the Git URL is probably going to be our GitHub, and we actually know exactly which one they're trying to do because in the logs it shows that they're trying to get this one right here, github.com CodeCrafters.io get sample 3. Okay, there's that. Then your port. Okay. Now, I can't remember if this says what port they're supposed to be on, so I'm not. I think we discovered that it was like port 9 something, 9,000 something something something. And I don't remember. But okay, so let's try no port, just port 80 maybe. And then it wants to go to the git repo.git. And so that's what we have right here. So git semper.git. Let's skip the port. Oh, and then path, we already have a path here. And then the search part. I don't know if we need something to search. So if I do ascend and we get that, that actually just gets us the URL for this. So it's clearly going to be not just port 80. I should have known that was going to get us a, what is it called? The HTML for it, even though we put in a .git. Now that being said, over here, you might tell us what port we're expecting to get. Okay, so here we'll be able to execute. Okay, so that's what we want. Now you're not saying anything about a specific port here. You're telling us, okay, this is basically, okay, so we need to, you know, fetch the pack and then send packs, okay. For easier testing and debugging, the focus will be on the Git protocol only, a simple, okay, yeah. And then it's usually listening at port 9418. Okay, there we go. So this is gonna be port 9418, which actually is off of the core, right? It's thinking. That's thinking a long time. Yeah, timeout reach. Okay, let's try going to Git and see whether or not it wants us to use the Git protocol instead of that. Unsupported protocol. Okay. And none of these were okay, so none of you were the thing that I wanted. Okay, so unsupported protocol, doesn't like that. Okay, so HTTP back again. We're gonna go to github.com, 9418. Maybe request import 443. That's gonna be, well, yeah, we could try HTTPS. I don't think that's gonna work though, because, and we can try 443 too, but that's probably gonna get us the website again. Okay, so we're attempting to do the equivalent of get ls remote to list the references. Okay. Now, what I'm actually interested in is just the request itself to begin with, because I want to look at that. Oh, so he's looking, okay, so they're looking through the actual address of what's sending up. Rugmat, you redeemed Pet the Cat. Yeah, we can pet Zilby again. Zilby, you want to be pet? 9418 is the port? Yeah, so that's the port that we're expecting. So 9418 port. And okay, so this is what we're going to be trying to go to. So request command as a, okay, so they're proto request, but what's that request command? Get upload pack. Okay, so well, let's go back to this. If we know what the port is that we're hitting on it, then we can see. So we're going to use the smart HTTP protocol. Okay, so an example to a smart request to a catch-all gateway. So our get URL, we think we have that. That's going to be interesting. URL request. Okay, so what's going to be is HTTP example.com. So github.com. Avneet, hello. How are you doing today? Okay, so then we go to interesting. I wonder if there's, oh, it's probably one of these things. Yeah. So SVC get info. Okay, so I probably want something like this. So let's add this in. I'm not necessarily expecting this to work each time. It is not an HTTP request, but a TCP socket and a simple message exchange is, yeah. I wonder, can I even do this with Insomnia? I would hope that I could, just to sort of inspect it. If it's HTTP, should I use something like Telnet to connect to it? Netcar. I've never used Netcar. How bad would Netcar be for me to do that on stream? Would that expose way too much? Netcat. Okay, that's it. Got it. Basilisk, hello. How are you doing today? You're doing great. You're just going through the UE playlist to keep. Oh yeah, awesome. I'm glad that it's helping out still. Oh yeah, and we're continuing to do stuff. I'm building a Docker course right now on Tuesdays, so I'm still continuing with the educational stuff. Okay, so that's not all that helpful, but okay, discovering references. So these are dumb clients. We want to go down to smart clients. We want to do, okay, we're going to do a command get to our get URL. Oh, info refs. Did we have that? Okay, so the then slash, so maybe it wouldn't be .get, it would be info refs, like that. And then service get upload pack. That doesn't seem to be working. And a smart server would then theoretically reply with this. Now there's a bunch that could be different around this. Like maybe I don't want 9418. Maybe I do. Ooh, okay. Well, look at that. So we get with just port 80 on this, or no, this would be HTTPS. This is 443. So we get service get upload pack. We get a hash. So that's probably the commit. Starting with 00s makes me think of mode first. Or something else. Head, multi-ack. Okay, thin. Okay, so then what it allows. So the features that we get. Symref. Okay, so we get head refs. Okay, so what the main branch is, like what head is pointing to on their side. Filter object format SHA-1. Okay, so that basically it's gonna be a SHA-1. This is a SHA-1 hash, I think. Agent get GitHub. Okay, is this all one? Refs heads master. Okay, so theoretically, okay, that gives us that. I kind of want to can I save this one? This is get smart get info. Yeah, okay. So we got you. Can I create a new folder? Okay, so given that, now okay, so the smart server reply would be something like this. We have a 200 okay. Our content type is application x get upload pack advertisement. Okay, so that's that. Cache control, no cache. Okay, and then we start with our service. Okay, so yeah. Service get upload pack, new line, a bunch of zeros. Okay, so it starts with a bunch of zeros. And then our hash. Refs heads maint multi-ack. Oh yeah, refs. Okay, so instead of refs, we just have head multi-ack. Okay, and then a bunch of branches, but I don't think they have any branches, right? We can actually go to... We can actually go to this and take a look. Oh, Zilby left. So we only have one branch, so that makes sense. That's why we don't see multiple branches like we do in here. We just see this one. And at the end of it, we should see another 4 zeros. So there's that. The client may send extra parameters, okay, as a colon separated string in a GET protocol HTTP header. Uses the HTTP backend info reps option to get upload pack. Okay. We don't resend. Okay, we didn't get a 403. Okay, so the client's content type must be this, which it is. Client should fall back to the dumb protocol. Okay, but we don't have to because we know that GitHub uses the smart protocol. Client, we must validate. Okay, so here's the standard for how to create a Git client. Clients must validate the first 5 bytes of the response entity matches the regex. Okay, the first 5 bytes. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that, which that makes sense. So basically, 4 numbers with a pound sign. If this test fails, clients must not continue. Clients must parse the entire response as a sequence of packet line records. Client must verify the first packet line is service equals service name. So there we go. Servers must set service name to be the request parameter value. Servers should include a line feed at the end of this line. Clients must ignore a line feed at the end of the line. I like how, so they're putting in shoulds and musts. So the must obviously is they have to do it. Should is they might not. But GitHub should be consistent with themselves. But for example, it might not be consistent between GitHub and GitLab or Bitbucket or something like that. Servers must terminate the response with the magic 0000 end packet line marker. The returned response is a packet line stream describing each ref and its known value. The stream should be sorted by name according to the C local ordering. And that's the reason why up here we see that head, like the main branch, is second, because it's actually second in terms of alphabet. The stream should include the default ref named head as the first ref. The stream must include capability declarations behind a null on the first ref. Okay, so that's what we see here. So we have head, and then this there is a null, so that's that \0, I believe. And then it's capabilities. So my guess is all the way to here. The return response contains version 1, and version 1 was sent as an extra parameter, which we did not. Okay, so here's what we got out of it. Smart service get upload pack, so that's the one we're using. The service reads from the repository pointed to by get URL. Clients must first perform ref discovery. Okay, so we did this first, and we got our these. Oh no, now it's a post. Oh, okay. So what do we want to say? Okay, so now we need ref discovery. So we'll start by grabbing all of you and just throwing you in here. This is going to be a post. It's going to be to get URL, get upload pack. So to here. We have our content type. And you're going to be this application get upload pack request. And then we have our body. So what we're going to send, So in our body, this is not going to be JSON. I believe this is just going to be plain. Or other. Okay. Oh, yeah. So hold on. If I do this, yeah, that actually removes that. Hold on. This is telling Insomnia what type we're doing here, right? Yeah. Okay, so we want, and then we want to put in the hash with a new line for what we got out of here. So we want, so we start with 4 zeros, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it'd be that. And then new line. And then okay, that's the want. We don't have anything yet, so I don't know if I have to put the have in there. And then we need to end this with a 4 zeros to terminate it. Okay, let's see what happens. 400 bad request. Okay, so it didn't like this. That's a good sign. Clients must send at least one want command in the request body. Clients must not reference an ID in a want command. Okay, so there's a couple things here. So I might also need to add in all the zeros here, but I would imagine that those include the end of this thing, but maybe not. Ooh, okay. That's a good thing. Okay, so not our ref. Okay, so if I just start removing zeros. Now it's 400 bad requests. Okay, so this is, I believe, the ref that we want. Now you're 32 want. I wonder, what is 32 again? 32 in hex is 20 is a space. This would be what's the symbols for UTF-8? That's a digit 2. Okay. So if I put 2 want, didn't like that. What if I just put want? Didn't like that. What if I don't put in, okay. That gave me a, okay. That's interesting. So I'm getting 200 bad requests with those. I'm wondering what these actually need to be. I don't think I need to put in an actual, like, tell you to be a new line, but we can try that. Yeah, I didn't think this was gonna work, but we want to try everything, right? I don't think it needs to be like an extra space above it, but we can try all the things. Let's see, other. Three F, 2B. Oh, maybe this is what I want instead. No, that's not what I want. I don't think we have a have to put in there. Do I have to put in any once? Sylvie, you're back. Oh, hi. You want to come hang out? You want to explore? There's not much for you here. I love the to do document this further. That's so fun. And then receive pack is, I believe, what... No, that's going to be something different, I believe. So let's take a look at you. So we know that you're doing a get upload pack. We can try with the without 32 with this hash. So what if we just do want with you? Yeah, none of you worked. I don't think you want, it's just one command, right? Yeah. Not terribly surprising. We're trying all of the combinations. Okay, so create a TCP connection with the given remote, sends a protocol, user response, sends a flush packet. Is it possible? Okay, so this is basically, I just want, can I like open you up? And then we send a 032 want that. Ooh, okay. Not a ref. Hold on, let's reset this. Okay. we might be able to do something like this where we start it. So we post to you, and then I want to send want with the hash that we want. Now I'm also really curious, this hash that we see here, are you the same as the hash that we can actually see in GitHub? This is 23F0BC. Can I okay, here it is. Okay, starting from there. Okay, so come back up to you, and we'll do a 032 want. That doesn't give me anything. That gives me a 200 okay, but not anything back from it. So if I send, hey, give me this, and now give me, yeah, it's not giving me any data back with that. I don't actually have any of them. This, interesting. So this documentation is from Bitbucket, which is a 404. Lovely. A Git compatibilities understands the Git pack. Okay. Okay, so we're bringing in another module. So we have Twitch just alerted me that we're going to do ads in around 5 minutes or so. So if you're on YouTube, you won't see those, but on Twitch, it probably will. I'm going to keep on looking through here and just sort of like see what I can see. So hopefully if anything happens during that time, I'll repeat it afterwards. But it'll be also a good time to get up and stretch because we've been sitting here for over an hour. Okay, so open connection, host name, service name, IO socket, open connection, host port, do. Now, I suppose the other thing is, do I need to, can I even do the type of open socket that I want to do in Insomnia? Is that possible? Can I like set you up as just an open? I don't think I can, right? Which makes me think that maybe we need to go into code to try this out. Most likely not. Okay. Yeah. All right, let's jump into code a little bit. And I guess we'll start building out the command and sort of the shell around this. This is the Okay, what do we want to do? We want to do, this is going to be something in clone. So let's, I already have clone in here. Okay. Oh, cool. Okay, so it creates the target directory, and that's good enough for now. So then what we need to do is we need to start actually doing the request for this, which we can totally do here. So let's, how do I want to do this? We have access to request. The first one, we now know we need to get the ref to get the smart. Okay, so we need to do this. So we need to figure out, based upon the URL, if I add a .get in here, does that change anything? No, it's exactly the same thing. Okay, so we're going to take exactly what they send me. It's going to be this thing right here. And then we're going to add in this info ref. Okay, we're going to add this in. So we're going to do a function get. It's going to have to be an async function, isn't it? So suddenly we're now in async land. We do have Tokyo. We have everything in Tokyo. Okay. That was a choice. Okay, so in main, we're going to turn you into an async thing. And now we can have this be, oh, it's a pub async, right? Async function there. We're going to have an async private function. Let's get info. Get info. What was this actually called? Is it like discovery? Discovering references. Okay. So discover references. We're gonna get, now we already have the URI here, so we're gonna get we have our URI. We're gonna do a get, so we already have that in there, so we're gonna return a result. Let's not worry about what we return, and we'll just console log what we get back, and it'll be fine. So our real URI, so it's gonna be the base URI, repo URI. All right, advertisements just started. I'm going to get up and stretch for just 1 minute, and I'll be right back.